Okay, it seems like the live replay is working just fine for now. Hopefully it is not gonna crash at any moment, so yes. I also did change a few things in the overlay for now, so it should be better for you guys right now. And yes, the map is gonna be Adaptive Convergence, and it is gonna be the game 2 between the teams Willowippsi and Team Lunishka, and I still have no clue how to exactly go and pronounce the name of that man. But yeah, on this map we will have the M28 being played, and with the M28 being set up to being the team support for the players, we will have the team captains actually pick the spawn points, and also the factions and type of the M28 being used, so yep. Like we can see, it is gonna be the Seraphim for the M28 tech option here in the top right corner, and also M28 Adaptive playing Seraphim in this position for the team Banani. And interestingly enough, okay, stop yapping little guys, okay, thank you very much. But yeah, it seems like there is gonna be a first bomber coming out from the M28 here, from the tail itself. And let's see on the other side, as we had the Fu Hawk being chosen as the Cybran for the team Blissful Noob, and Snooker also playing Cybran for the team Willowisp, so yes, the one in the left corner are gonna be playing for the top team, and we already have two bombers coming out from this M28 players, as we can see. The Sindve and the Zeus bombers going for the engineers belonging both to Skrat and Tersta on both sides of the map. So first bomb being dropped by the bomber, and let's see, one kill secured by the bomber belonging to the M28 in the top side. Meanwhile, on the bottom part of the map, it seems like the bombs weren't dropped as the engineers are managing to go and dodge them. Okay, it seems like one more engineer is gonna die, and here comes the second kill as the Sindve, that's on the left side of the screen, is gonna get one more kill. Now, the bombs are being dropped on the T1 mass extractor for some reason, which is not the best idea, and it seems like the T1 MAA from the Tersto is gonna go and kill this bomber before it can deal more damage. Okay, the mechs have been dispatched, and it seems like the bomber from the green M28 player is gonna deal that much more damage compared to the opponents. And yes, the green M27, the Fu Hawk, is seen to be dealing much better with the micro, although it might be because there is no T1 MAA being produced by the team Banani. So yeah, that's very interesting to see, as yeah, even the ACU is now gonna go and get bombed to hell by the T1 bombers, as the Zeus is gonna be looking for more and more targets, although thankfully Skrat finally built the first T1 MAA to go and kill it, so yep, more damage have been done by the green M28. Anyway, let's go and take a look what kind of factions we have. It seems like Tersto is gonna be playing with the UEF ACU here, as we can see. Then we will have Willowippsi playing with the Seraphim. Then we will have Shen playing the Cybran one, and last but not least, it is gonna be Blissful Noob on the air slot playing Aeon. Their opponents have opted for the UEF for Skrat. Svatosław gonna be playing the Seraphim. Then, as the air player, once again we will have Limes playing the Aeon, because that's the only faction that, well, the air players are allowed to play, I guess. And last but not least, we're gonna have the team captain, Lunishko, also known as Banani, playing Cybran on the naval slot. Once again, I can only assume that the Cybrans are being chosen here to, well, build the Salems and stuff from this position so they can clean out this, and then move forward and eradicate the M28 forces here on the left and top side corners. But yeah, seems like Tersto is gonna build a big amount of Lobos artillery, which is not something I really agree with, as you only need two of them to go and grab control over this position here. As that's all you need to go and kill the T1 PDs in time and then reclaim the civilian buildings. Okay, seems like Skrat is gonna take a lot of damage from the enemy T1 PD, as the civilian eruptor is gonna deal over 1000 damage to his ACU. It seems like the Full Hawk M28 is already start securing his own part of the map with the T1 PDs, as we can see here. So, the enemy ACUs from Lunishko's team can actually just go around them by dipping their tools into the water and hiding beneath the lake. So we'll see how will it work out. And yep, we have two M27s, still Ilto and Utina pushing the Willowippsi ACU, as we also have Skrat taking a lot of damage from the T1 artillery belonging to Tersto. As you can see, Skrat ACU already below 60% HP. So yes, it seems like the early aggression for the team Willowippsi is working out just fine for them. A single T1 transport from the M28 Full Hawk gonna get shot down by the interceptors belonging to Limes. And yes, it seems like the team Willowippsi is gonna be playing very, very aggressive. Although here is the problem. There is only two ACUs on the front line, as we can see that Shen and Blissful Noob are actually kinda behind the tempo, as they have been left behind trying to go and reclaim the civilian buildings. As Fatoswap, Skrat, Limes and Lunishko are gonna go all in for V2. Okay, Shen's AC gonna go and join the fray, but yeah, the T1 units are also gonna go and die here, buying some time for the ACUs to go and run away. As the team Banani is pushing here very, very hard. As we can see, even Willowippsi trying to go and join the fight by trying to go and, well, going from behind the enemy units, as he is the one trying to go and kill the enemy T1 artillery and stuff. But yeah, it seems like they're going all in for the snipes, as Willowippsi, Tersto and others are not stopping. But the problem is their ACUs are dropping lower and lower. Still, Limes might be the first one to go and die, as Control K are gonna come out as everyone explodes. Oh my goodness! Is this gonna be 3 ACUs lost for the team Willowippsi or not? Let's go and take a look at the fallout, because at this moment I'm being blinded by all of the explosions. Fatoswap is gonna stay alive on just 700 HP. Oh my goodness, what a blunder. It seems like this was a 2-4-3 exchange from the team Banani, as the team, well, as the team Willowippsi only have a single player remaining, that being Blissful Noob, who actually managed to go and grab the double gun upgrade on his ACU. And now, to deal with the Full Hawk M28 adaptive, they are gonna go to try and make a push versus the remaining forces of the team Banani. As we can see, both Svatosov and Skrat barely hanging on to their own lives, with Skrat on 2000 HP and Svatosov on barely 1000 HP remaining on the ACU. So yes, it's a very dicey situation, as we can see that the Blissful Noob with the double gun upgrade could most likely keep the push going on. That is, unless the M28 AIs with the gun upgrades are gonna... Okay, never mind. No gun upgrades available, but still, the T2PD is gonna make sure that this big chunk of the map here... Wait, that's the wrong guy. That's the one, yep. We can see that it's gonna be very hard to actually go and move through this position, so all the units from Blissful Noob will have to go and avoid this position from actually... As otherwise, the T2PDs and T1 PDs are gonna kill his reinforcement. Reinforcements that are not being produced for now, well, never mind. It seems like he's opting for the pillar production, as the T2 land HQ have been built and finished. And as such, the first T2 reinforcements are gonna go and join the fight. But the problem is, he is sending them straight into the enemy defenses, as the Tel Ultov and Omutna were expecting the play, and as such the T2 PDs and T1 PDs are here to go and intercept the pillar heavy tanks from Blissful Noob. So yep, that's a mistake. And I have to say, the man is playing with fire in here, as Blissful Noob is pushing in alone without any kind of support with his own lonesome ACU. No radar, no nothing, the man just keeps on walking in. I guess he wants to go and deal some damage, fully being well aware that the opponent ACUs are all on low HP, but hey, the T2 HQ have been finished by Skrat 2, as we can see by the Moonus and 2 engineers being present on the field, and that means that the triads are also being built. So yes, with the triads available, I have to go and say that Blissful will be no longer capable of breaking the defenses of the ACU alone. Although, it seems like he have different plan. He's gonna build the Spectre gunships and a bunch of pillars and parashields to go and support his ACU, so yep. It seems like the plan is to go all in on the push here. After all, it is only 2 ACUs remaining, but Scrat is gonna use the Moongoose to actually go and deal lasting damage to the forces belonging to Blissful Loop, as you can see that the Micro is actually being used quite well, kiting backwards with the Moongoose to go and deal 3 damage versus the units belonging to Blissful Noob, as we just had an ACU from the M28 being sniped. But what was it sniped by? I have no clue at all. I'm so sorry guys that I missed this. Okay, there's Salem clumps being built, but no, it wasn't the destroyer that killed the ACU. Was it a TML? No, those are TMDs. They're being built by the team Banani. So what killed this guy here? There is no ship vex or anything available, so I really... Oh no, it's actually TML missiles! It's a TML snipe from the other M28, who have just recognized the enemy M27 ACUs are standing still and as such use the TML missile on... where was it flying from? From here to go and snipe the enemy M28s. Oh boy, what a blunder! What a blunder from the M28 playing for the team Blissful Noob. As that really is something I didn't see coming, mate. Like I was, well, looking at what is happening here on this choke point where we had the Blissful Noob ACU trying to go and crush the defenses of Svato and Skrat, but at the same time, the sneaky M28, Tel Ilto and Oum Utina just dispatched the enemy ACU by, well, sniping it from across the map. That's a move that's, yeah, that just wasn't expected by anyone, I guess. Not by the caster and not by the players themselves. As we can see that after the early explosion, we now have Blissful Moon just falling back, and yet the TML is still gonna keep on dealing damage. There is no TMD available yet for the Blissful Moon, as we can see. The T2 mexes are undefended, and kaboom! There goes the mex. As the M28 AI for the team Banani is dishing out the pain all across the map with pinpoint precision strikes. Shield upgrade started by the ACU of Blissful Noob as he's fully aware of the fact that he cannot go and die as the last player remaining. Skrat with the nano repair and the gun upgrade joining the front line now, as the ACU came back to full HP after a few more minutes. And just like we guessed, we now have the Salem destroyers joining the fight for Svatosław, who is gonna go and use them to clean out the civilian trash here, reclaim it, and then he will go and park the Salems around the shoreline here, and well, delete the M28 playing for the Blissful Noob from the existence. Okay, Skrat is still producing the Moongoose, trying to go and make use of the range advantage, although unfortunately, the Moongoose are not gonna outrank the T2PDs belonging to the M28. And seeing as Blissful Noob is not reacting to the threat, it seems like Skrat is gonna go and opt for a push versus the M28 forces, as they are still quite a big threat, and removing them is gonna make the game much more easier, as it will make the game basically a 1v4, as Blissful Noob still have to go and watch out for the forces belonging to the M28 in the top side. But yeah, this TML missile, a lot of damage has been done, and oh my goodness, it's trying to go and snipe the ACU belonging to Blissful Noob. One more TML missile and this ACU is gonna be gone, as we can see. Only 5000 HP remaining after getting hit by a stray TML missile. So yes, the Tel Ilto and its TML battery is proving to be a big, juicy problem for everyone on the team Blissful Noob. Let's see how the push is doing here, as Skrat is not gonna go and stop with his ACU and his units, pushing forward and forward, although the Cerberus turrets are trying to go and do their best by plinking away at the opponents. And it seems that might be enough to go and, well, make them go away. But with the Salems from Svatosław joining the fight, it seems like soon enough this base is gonna be nothing else but a smoldering memory of what once was. So yes, although this is a very poor micro, as we can see there, unlucky, as the destroyers from Svatosław are taking a lot of unnecessary damage from the enemy TML, and I mean the MML, the Vipers, and from the Cerberus turrets. Okay, now they are outside the range of the opposing forces, and as such they can keep getting value basically for free. And yes, those MMLs and TMLs missiles flying from the pink player are really proving to be annoying for Blissful Noob. Who will most likely... Oh, wait. That's a big TML battery available for Blissful Noob. The question is, how exactly is he planning to use them? As the ACUs belonging to the opposing team, to Banani, or should I say to Skrat and Svatosław, are moving all the time or are basically hidden inside the water, so yeah, I don't see the snipe working out so far, but who knows? Okay, TML missile have been launched, and it's going for... What is it aiming at? We can see it flying in the air. As it's gonna go for the T2 Max belonging to Skrat, as unfortunately the TMD was just way too far away to go and protect the Max. And here comes the push. The Percivals and Pillars from Blissful Noob are gonna go and make the P-line for enemy units. Although, with Blissful Noob struggling to maintain the power, it seems like he will have to go and fall back and regroup, as the all shields available for his army are down. Okay, the power is back online again, as the shields come alive once again. But the problem is, while he is trying to go and play versus the army belonging to Skrat and Svatosław in the bottom part, he is still being harassed by the units belonging to M28, as Tel Iltov and Utina are still proving to be a pain in the ass for him. And the problem is he is not building any T2 Navy. And that's really a big problem, as now we have the T2 HQ being done by the Tel Iltov, which is gonna start putting destroyers and cruisers to go and, well, just try to go and kill the base belonging to Blissful Noob as well. Laying down siege from this position is gonna be a very annoying thing for the Blissful Noob to deal with. Okay, seems like he recognizes... Oh no, what a mistake! He is pushing with Percivals versus a T1 spam of Zuis. And while Percivals might be a T3 units which are quite powerful, they are very bad in dealing with the T1 spam like that, so yes, we also have Spectre Gunships now coming in here, but with the flag position being actually available for the M28, it seems like the Spectre Gunships are gonna go and fall down. Even more so, as we can see the ASF and Interceptors coming in hot to go and shut down the stragglers. As not a single more unit is available here on the sky, even the Mercies are not gonna do anything, as the air control is firmly in the hands of the team Banani, thanks to the big army from the M28, and also thanks to the Swifties being produced by Svatosław. So yes, the situation is looking more and more dire with each and every passing second, especially as the allied M28 base having, well, razed down to the ground by the Salem destroyers belonging to Svatosław, who is now laying down the siege, versus the remaining ACU belonging to the Full Hawk. And considering he have no upgrades available, no stealth or anything, he comes under the fire from all the Salems belonging to Svatosław. And the moment he dies is gonna be the moment where the game is most likely become unwinnable to the team Blissful Noob. Okay, he's trying to go and save the day with a bunch of bombers, But unfortunately for him, here comes the Swifties and other units, and airfight is brewing here. But the problem is there is a Siren-class cruiser available as the ACU belonging to the M28 is gonna get shot down. As the thermonuclear explosion is gonna block all of our sides, as the Cyber ACU is no more. Leaving Blissful Noob as the only player remaining for the team Willowippsi. So how are you gonna go and deal with this threat now, Mr. Blissful Noob? You are being sieged now from two sides at the same time. And now with the M28 also being dead, you will have to go and somehow work it out as to how to protect this base which have been left to you. But with the Salem-class destroyers inching closer and closer, I have to say that I don't see much chances for this base to stay alive. So let's see what is gonna be the play here to go and save the game. We have T2 drop being, well, dropped by the Svatosław as he's gonna go and drop engineers to go and secure this big reclaim pile. As we can see, 9,000 mass available here, so this is a juicy target for reclaim engineers. And with the Salems coming in range of the opposing army, it seems like the base belonging to Blissful Noob is gonna be no more in a matter of minutes. At the same time, it seems like an airfight have just happened in which all of the units belonging to Blissful Noob have been dispatched one after another. And as such, the man is now gonna make a last-ditch effort push to go and try to break the base belonging to Scrat ACU dropping lower and lower. But a timely veterancy upgrade gonna go and bring his ACU back from the brink of defeat to half HP, so yes, that was a beautiful overcharge to go and kill the enemy Percival for the last veterancy upgrade. Now Blissful Noob is also getting harassed by the M28 AI, as we can see the Vultus, the pink ones joining the fight to go and kill all the reinforcement belonging to Blissful Noob. So yep, no more Percival or other units are gonna go and join the fight here in the front line. As we can see, the men have no MAA available, and as such, the Vultus from the pink players are gonna be able to go and deal massive damage towards the forces belonging to Blissful Noob. So yes, Team Willowippsi is looking quite weak at this point, and yep, unfortunately, I can see the rope being put over the neck of the Blissful Noob, and soon enough he will most likely get hanged by the opposing team. As the lynching is coming closer and closer, as his ACU is not only alone with only a bunch of Percivals to his name, but also the M28 is making a counter-push, counter-offensive on the top side, so yep, it seems like he will have to go and try to defend his own base at this point, as more and more units are trying to go and, well, cut him off. As the man is still playing with fire, and most likely we will see him go and make a last-ditch effort push to go and break the base belonging to Scrat, but unfortunately there is a bunch of PDs, triads through artillery, SAMs available, and as such the Percivals belonging to Scrat are gonna go and fall down one after another. As look at this, Scrat is gonna once again come ashore to go and fire a few overcharges to go and erase a bunch of Percivals belonging to Blissful Noob, and as such his ACU is gonna be left alone here on this position. So yep, most likely, soon enough, the man is gonna be dead too. Only 5 Percivals remaining, and with no way to go and deal with the threat of the Salem-class destroyers. This man is a dead man walking. As we can see, not a single way to go and deal with them. And now there is even a T2PDs being produced by the pink M28 to go and kill the reinforcements belonging to Blissful Noob. As we can see the Percivals trying to go and walk straight to go and save the ACU belonging to Blissful Noob, but unfortunately half of them are gonna die crossing the midfield. So yes, no APM available for Blissful Noob, meaning he's gonna make more and more mistake with each and every passing moment. And now the left side base is also gonna go and fall down in flames as it's getting raised down by the Salems belonging to Svatosław, who is now also gonna go and move in a bunch of more units here. So yep, it seems like, and yes, Shen is saying he control Kate for no reason, as it seems like he was trying to go and, well, kill Svatosław with his own explosion, but the problem was He wasn't. He stayed alive on just 700 HP, and this is the result of this. A slight miscalculation at the beginning of the game is what's gonna go and cause the team Willowippsi this round. As we can see that Blissful Noob is getting, well, ravaged from all sides, and now he even have the destroyers and cruisers from the Old Utina and Tel Ito raging, well, laying down siege versus his main base. And as such, I don't see many chances to actually make a meaningful comeback here. So I won't be surprised if Team Blissful Noob is gonna go and actually recall from the game. And here it is. Control K comes out as GG's are being written in chat, as the game number 2 will go towards the Team Banani. So yep, the scoreline is gonna be 1-1, and we will have a game number 3 on our hands in just a few more moments. Just gotta go and wait for the replay to become available, and then we will go and jump straight into it.